This has opened a whole new world thanks to the magic of points and miles.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it. It's like unlocking a secret level where once in a lifetime becomes just another Tuesday. Maybe a very fun Tuesday. Something totally repeatable, all thanks to points and miles. It's really all about that mindset shift. Realizing that with a little strategy, you can do these incredible tricks over and over without breaking the bank. So yeah, we're here to show everyone that travel doesn't have to be that giant expense.
There are many in the space who do this as a part-time thing, as a hobby, and they still have a tremendous amount of success playing the game.
And that's such a great point. Sometimes the war in happiness really is just that mental barrier where people think it's too complicated or time consuming. But like you said, even folks doing it on a hobby level can rack up incredible wins. It's really about that initial learning curve. Once you get the hang of it, know which cards to get, how to redeem points, it's worth every bit of that learning curve when you're cruising or flying for next to nothing. So yeah, it's all about showing people that it's doable at any level.
Excellent. Let's get into some examples. So for people with established good credit, I usually recommend Chase credit cards early on in the miles and points journey. I usually don't recommend high annual fee cards for people starting, so the Chase Sapphire Preferred is usually a good option. At the time of recording, the welcome bonus on the card is 75,000 ultimate rewards points with a small $95 annual fee. So can you tell us what makes a good sign-up bonus and why are these sign-up bonuses so important?
That's a great place to start. A good sign-up bonus is really one that gives you a hefty chunk of points for a relatively low spend requirement and a manageable fee. So with something like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you're getting a really solid welcome bonus. 75,000 points is a nice chunk of ultimate rewards, and you're only paying that $95 annual fee. Why are sign-up bonuses so important? They're basically the fastest way to jumpstart your points and miles stash. Instead of earning a few points here and there on everyday spending, you're getting a big lump sum of points right up front. That can translate into a free flight or two, a couple hotel nights, or even a whole vacation once you know how to use those points. So in short, sign-up bonuses are the quickest route to those once-in-a-lifetime trips that we were talking about, and they're a key part of how you turn this whole hobby into a real travel game changer.
And these 75,000 points can have different valuations depending on how you use the points. Can you explain and guess what ultimate rewards points could be worth, starting from a conservative estimate and going up to a higher estimate using points for business class flights?
And their value can definitely vary depending on how you use them. But if we start with a conservative estimate, you might get around 1 to 1.5 cents per point if you're just using them through the Chase Travel Portal for economy flights or hotels. That would make those 75,000 points worth roughly $750 to maybe a bit over $1,000 in straightforward travel bookings. Now, if you transfer those points to airline partners and use them for business class flights, that value can really go up. For example, you might get 2 cents per point or even more. So those same 75,000 points could be worth $1,500 or more in premium cabin redemptions. In other words, the value of your points really depends on how you use them, and that's part of the fun. With a little strategy, you can stretch those points for some serious luxury travel. So yeah, it's all about knowing your options and getting the most bang for your point buck.